Здравствуйте, дорогие друзья! Hello, dear friends! I'm happy to see you today on my YouTube channel, Russian for Everybody. And today we are going to learn very important Russian construction меня, есть in the present tense, which means I have got something. Before we start, please make sure that you've subscribed to my channel. Press the button with the bell to get all notifications when I upload a new video. And let's start. And the first thing is how we conjugate the Russian phrase I have according to the person. You remember that in Russian language we have different people, like I will be я, you in formal or one person will be ты, он, he, она, she, it, оно, мы, we. We means you in plural, or you means formal person when we address to formal to one person. И они means they. So how we change? From я we produce the person or the structure. Sorry. У меня есть. У меня есть. From ты we produce the sentence у тебя есть. From он у него есть. Она у нее есть. Оно у него есть. Мы у нас есть. Вы у вас есть. И они у них есть. As you see, the Russians use a very specific construction which is very different from English. So normally the foreign students are interested in what does the preposition у means. So if we translate it word by word, it means like у меня есть means like at me there is something, or in my possession there is something. У тебя есть. In your possession there is, or at you there is. Like у тебя есть машина means at your possession there is a car. And this form we call the so-called Genitive Case. If you already know what it is, it's good, so it's clear. So you need to remember just that with preposition у we always use the Genitive Case. But if you don't know what the Genitive Case now, it's no problem. Just try to remember such phrases by heart, unfortunately. So you need just to remember that if you want to talk about who has got something, you need to transform the first person like я to у меня есть. So я у меня есть, ты у тебя есть, он у него есть, она у нее есть, оно у нее есть, мы у нас есть, вы у вас есть, и они у них есть. So, today's lesson I will talk about only the present tense. So how to say I have or I have no something in the present tense. We use two different structures. So if it's positive sentence, I have, we use the structure у меня есть. plus subject in the nominative case. Nominative case is the first word, is the first form of the word which you can find in the dictionary. So when you open the dictionary, and the first form of the word will be the nominative case, like у меня есть машина. У меня есть машина means I have got a car, or literally it means at me there is a car. Или у меня есть дом. I have got a house. In my possession there is a house. So it is a positive sentence. If you want to say the same in negative, what you should do, like English I don't have, we use у меня нет plus subject in the genitive case. So here I want to pay your attention that the word есть, which means which is the есть is the present tense of the verb to be, быть. Disappears in the negative sentence. We don't use есть in negative sentence, and it changes into the word нет. Нет, which means no. So we say у меня нет, and here what happens? After нет, we always use the genitive case. So we should say у меня нет машины. So машины, it's only one, it's not plural, it's genitive singular. У меня нет машины means I don't have a car. So positive sentence will be у меня есть машина. Negative one will be у меня нет машины. The same story with house. Positive sentence у меня есть дом. Negative one will be у меня нет дома. About genitive case, I will make a separate video. So it's just for you that you need to know that after нет we use a little bit another structure, and never say please у меня есть нет машина. It's a mistake. So if we want to say that you don't or she doesn't have something, the word есть goes away and it changes into нет. Okay, hope that it was clear. Okay, now, and if you want to ask if someone has something, just add a question mark and an intonation to your sentence. Like, у меня есть книга? Do I have a book? У тебя есть друзья? Do you have friends? У него есть девушка? Does he have a girlfriend? У нее есть дети? Does she have children? У нас есть чемодан? Do we have a luggage? У вас есть паспорт? Do you have a passport? У них есть документы? Do they have documents? So, as you see, here we have a rising intonation in the middle of the question on the word есть. Before the есть, our intonation is rising. One more time, listen. У меня есть книга? У тебя есть друзья? У него есть девушка? У нее есть дети? У нас есть чемодан? У вас есть паспорт? У них есть документы? Хорошо. And if we want to make a question with a question word, what happens? Like what do you have, or who do you have, or what happens? We just add as a question word for the main structure, like что, plus у меня and есть. Что у меня есть. And here, what happens with the intonation? As you see, I showed you. So here, intonation with interrogative question word, in which a tone decreases after the question word, and in the end of the question, it again rises, increases. So after question word, it decreases, and at the end of the question, it again increases. Like, что у меня есть? Что у тебя есть? Кто у него есть? Кто у нее есть? Что у нас есть? Что у вас есть? Что у них есть? I hope that it is clear and you don't have any questions. If you have any questions, please don't feel shy. Please ask me in the comments. I, of course, try to answer you, or if it's a very difficult question for writing, I will make maybe a separate video where I try to explain it one more time. So, and now let's try to talk about the usage of есть. The word, the use of есть, like у меня есть машина, depends on the situation. So not always the Russian native speakers use есть in such kind of sentences. Есть is not used when the idea of presence is clear and when the emphasis is being placed on a quantity, a characteristic, and the name of an illness. Here I have examples. So, у меня много друзей. I have a lot of friends. Много друзей, it's a quantity. So, if we have the meaning of quantity, it's not the clear idea of possession. So, here we don't need to use есть. So, у меня just много друзей. Next sentence. У него 3 кошки и 1 собака. So he has 3 cats and a dog. So again, 3 кошки и 1 собака. It's again the meaning of quantity. So here again the word есть goes away. У них грипп. Next sentence. У них грипп. Oh, sorry. Not of course. They have the flu, so my English translation is not correct. У них грипп means they have the flu. So грипп is the name of an illness. So here we don't need to use the word есть because it's an illness. Next sentence. У моего друга красивая машина. My friend has a beautiful car. Красивая машина, especially the word красивая. Красивая, this is a characteristic of the car. So if you want to say that my friend has a car, you just say у моего друга есть машина. But if you want to show the speaker that the car is beautiful, the word есть immediately goes away and you say у моего друга красивая машина. So the word красивая is very important here because without the word красивая we should use есть and we say у моего друга есть машина. But у моего друга красивая машина. And the last sentence, у меня высокая температура, which means I have a high temperature. So again, высокая. This adjective is very important. So if we don't use adjective here is a characteristic. So we just say у меня есть температура. No, of course, every people have some kind of temperature, because without temperature it means that you are dead. And so normally, if you are not ill and you have нормальную температуру, we say у меня нормальная температура. But if you are ill, we say у меня высокая температура. У меня высокая температура. У меня есть температура. У меня есть температура. So without adjectives, we should use есть. У меня есть температура. With adjectives, we don't use есть. We say у меня высокая температура. Okay, I hope that it was clear. Now, also the word есть is omitted when we talk about non-physical things like health issue, of course, physical states and planned events. For example, у него болит голова. He has a headache. Болит голова, it's of course a health issue. So here we don't need to use the verb есть. We just say у него болит голова. Next sentence, the second one. У нас устали ноги. Our legs are tired. Again, it's like health issue or physical states. So here we don't need to use the word есть. У нас устали ноги. Just our legs are tired. Next examples, it's like planned events. У меня завтра выходной. I have a day off tomorrow. So it's my planned event for tomorrow, and that's why we don't need to use есть. We just say у меня завтра выходной. And the last example, у нее сегодня день рождения. Today is her birthday. Of course, it's an event. Not planned, but event. And that's why we don't need to use the word есть. So again, when we talk about non-physical things like health issues, physical states, events, we don't need to use the word есть. Pay attention on my examples. Try to make your own. Please, it will be it will be a very good practice for you if you write down in comments your own examples with the word with the usage of есть. Please write the sentence with есть and the sentence where you can't use есть. It will be a very good practice for you, and I will check your sentences. Okay, and the last very important point for today, it's about also the usage of есть when we specify location. What I mean, the first example, у меня дома гости. У меня дома means at my home, that I have guests at my home. So дома, у меня дома, it's a location. That's why we don't need to use the word есть here. Next sentence. У него моя книга. He has my book. У него means that he possesses my book and he keeps it at his home. Or at his back, maybe. I don't know where exactly. But again, it's not possession, because my book is my book. But he keeps it somewhere at his own possession. So it's like temporary location. That's why here we don't need to use есть. У него моя книга. The third example. Мои дети у бабушки. My kids are at grandma's. У бабушки means that and grandma's house, apartment. So at the place where the grandmother is living. So мои дети у бабушки. So here also we don't need the word. We don't need to use the word есть. The fourth example. Ваши документы у нас. Your documents are at our possession, or we have your documents. Again, у нас it's like our location. Maybe we keep your documents at our house, maybe in our desk, maybe in some folder. It doesn't matter. But it's like, again, location. That's why we don't need to use есть. And the last example here, ключи у меня. I have the keys. If you want to say that you possess the keys, you should say у меня есть ключи, у меня есть ключи. But if you want just to show me that you are the keeper of the keys, you say ключи у меня. And here you don't need the usage of есть in such kind of sentences. Okay, no questions. Please, if you have some problems, please feel free to ask me. I will try to answer all your possible questions that could be during the watching of this video. This video, of course, it's not very easy. I understand it, but the topic is very, very important because we use this structure and construction every day. And it is one of the most important basic Russian constructions. So, okay, that's it for today. Next time I'm planning to make lessons about Russian construction у меня есть in the past tense and in the future tense. Today I decided not to talk about it because I think it was very difficult to understand everything and you need some time. But I will make further about past tense and future tense. Okay, I hope that today's lesson was clear and useful for you. Please put a like to my lesson. I will really appreciate it. And please write me in the comments your opinion about today's video. Also, if you want to thank me, you can make a donation by the link given in the description box or by the link given in the first comment by me. Большое вам спасибо. Thank you very much. And see you next time. До встречи и пока-пока.